A map of London and the surrounding area.
Never mind. Okay. Tabs. Well, where then? We have this. Search archives. Is that it? Oh. Never mind. It did say so. It probably did. I never said it that wasn't there. Of course it's there. Oh. Sometimes you're just too close to things to see the whole picture. But I need then the Rock of Gibraltar or 1893. There we go. The Strand. Arrival of the Rock of Gibraltar. A ship returned. The Rock of Gibraltar, a bulk carrier from the Adelaide Southampton London line, Cunard Building, James Street, London, has returned from a 6-month voyage through India, New Zealand, and Australia. The ship brought to England Miss Mary Fraser, the heiress of the Fraser family, owning land and tin mines in Australia. This reportedly beautiful young lady is presently engaged to Sir Eustace Brackenstall, one of the wealthiest gentlemen in Kent. Why is my nose turning white? I don't know. Why is it?
Here it is.
You tell me. Okay.
The shipping company, the Adelaide Southampton London line, and its address. Interesting. It must be the place where they keep the records, including the one for the crew of the Rock of Gibraltar.
I think that if you pretend you're from Scotland Yard, they'll give it to you without any problems.
We're gonna lie again.
But I have another solution. I'll call in the specialist.
Yes. Oh, Wiggins.
Wiggins, could you come upstairs, please?
There we go. I like Wiggins.
At your service, Mr. Holmes.
I need a register, my young friend. If you could borrow it, there will be half a guinea for every one of you. I need the crew list of the Rock of Gibraltar in 1893 and their current employment.
I'm straight on it, Mr. Holmes.
Do you really think they'll find it, Holmes?
My secret police is better than the Yard in many ways.
Yes, they are. 3 hours later. That's done quick.
Here it is, Mr. Holmes. But we can't take it back. It's too risky.
Put it on the table. I'll take care of it. Good work, young Wiggins.
Thank you.
I left it right on the table for you, sir.
Thank you, Wiggins. You're amazing. Table. I have many tables.
This list shows the senior officers of the Rock of Gibraltar, on which Lady Brackenstall and her maid made their voyage. Lady Brackenstall does not know anyone in England. This must mean that someone on this list is our mysterious visitor. And these are the lists of the senior officers of the Adelaide Southampton London Line ships. Let us find out who was in London upon November the 7th. This list shows Mr. Jack Crocker was in London upon the date of the crime, and he is due to depart in 2 days.
Who else? Is there more? John. Henry. Spruce. Walker. Whittington. Portledge.
This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
Oh, we have to look for all of them. Oh, okay, so we have to eliminate the rest as well. Okay, that's fine. I can do that. Henry.
This officer is still at sea, therefore he cannot be involved.
So then we go through here. William.
This officer was on a ship that sailed half a month ago. He wasn't in London at the time of the crime. This officer was on a
Okay. Woods.
This officer is
Woods.
This officer is still at sea.
There we go.
Captain Jack Crocker is our mysterious visitor. He was the only one around at the time of the murder.
There we go. Okay.
This Crocker, do you think...
It would be interesting to meet him. Our young friend should be able to find him.
Hi.
Wiggins, could you find a way to bring this Captain Crocker here to us?
Here? Holmes, that could be dangerous.
What?
No problem, Mr. Holmes.
Sometime later.
Mr. Holmes, I was informed that you were looking for me, and I'd like to know why.
Yes, it is important that we talk. You will soon understand why.
Oh. Well, that's a knife. So he probably helped them.
You are acquainted with Lady Mary Brackenstall, are you not?
Yes, I think I do remember her, from when I was first officer, but I still don't see...
It seems your relationship went beyond that of mere passenger and first officer.
How dare you?
Indeed, how reckless a feeling is love, particularly if one is prepared to commit a murder in its name.
Explain
No.
yourself this instant.
You are aware that the murder made the headlines of the morning press. You read the newspaper report, but to your dismay, found it much fabricated. Once you learned that I wanted to see you, you came straight away. You needed to know what I had found.
You... and what do you know?
That evening, you were with Lady Brackenstall, despite the danger.
I'm not afraid, Mr. Holmes. Besides, all of this is just guesswork.
You would be right if there was no evidence.
What then?
Lady Brackenstall was tied to a chair on the night of the murder. And it was you who tied her up.
You call that evidence?
Knife. Oh, and sailor's knots.
Yes, as she was tied with a sailor's knot. Your handiwork.
So, it's a sailor who's done it. That proves nothing, Mr. Holmes. I'm not the only sailor in London right now. Your theory is flawed anyway. On the night of the murder, I was aboard the Shark. I was supervising the repair of a porthole.
Really?
At night.
It was an emergency. There was a leak. You can ask the ship's carpenter. He can confirm.
I'm sure that he can.
Perfect. In that case, we have nothing more to talk about. Good evening, gentlemen.
Hey, Fluffy! Hi.
Holmes, what should we do now? Would you like to check his alibi?
Nope.
No, there is no doubt that these men will testify in his favor, and there will be no way to check.
So, what then?
So, we must work with what we have. We have all the puzzle pieces.
Now I understand why you dissected the bell rope.
I can do sailor's knots and I'm not a sailor. Well, Shelman, probably many people can do that. But if you don't think about it and you tie a knot, what would it be? I mean, the most obvious conclusion is that it's a sailor in this case. Crocker's involvement. Crocker's lying. His involvement is clear. He appeared as soon as he heard that I was looking for him, thus signaling his guilt. Crocker's alibi. Captain Crocker was aboard the Sharp on the night of the murder. He was not afraid to confront me. He had a confident demeanor. Well, yes, but The captain is the killer. Well, that is one conclusion. Let's see what else we can find. Yeah, that's cute. I don't think so. I think there are only two conclusions for this one. There's not many. There's not much else we can do. But I don't think the Randalls are guilty. I think the captain is a killer. And I will go with that. So, the captain is the killer. Sir Eustace was murdered by one person who was visiting that night. The murderer is tall and agile and a high-ranking sailor. Arrest Captain Crocker. Jack Crocker is a murderer, and you will bring him and his accomplice, Lady Brackenstall, to justice. Absolve Captain Crocker. The murder was committed in self-defense. Jack Crocker defended a woman against a violent and dipsomaniacal man. The mystery is solved, but you decide to keep it secret. There's no need to inform the police. What? Oh, no. Ugh. Well, there's a third solution. There is? Oh, well, hold on a second then. I found all my clues. Okay, hold on. Let me find that. Oh, domestic accidents. Oh. Domestic accident. The death of Sir Eustace was an accident caused by a struggle with his wife. Absolve Lady Brackenstall. Lady Brackenstall and her maid committed the crime in self-defense. You decide there's no point in blaming this poor woman. Condemn Lady. Lady Brackenstall and her maid killed Sir Eustace and attempted to cover their crime. They deserve to be treated as criminals. Well, they did cover crime. That is apparent. And it might have been an accident, but it does not explain the sailor's knots. This I believe, I definitely believe this, but it does not explain the sailor's knots. So, with that, I still think the captain is a killer. But I don't know what to do with him. Hi, Quinn. Hi, baby. What I think is that it was some sort of an accident and self-defense. He was beating her. He was an angry drunk and a mean man. That does not mean you are allowed to kill him. But hey, it's not up to me to decide. Oh, but it is. Halifax. Maybe the sailor taught the lady the knots? I don't know. See, the thing is, let me go back. Let me go back. The court should decide. I agree. But yeah, no. Let me go here one more time. See, that is just the thing that was bothering me last night. When I was thinking about this, was the rope and the grate. Those were the two things. And the fact that the sailor's knots were used. That is a clue. So, this rope was cut. It was cut up pretty high. Now, someone could stand on a chair and do that. But with a knife? Would a lady cut a rope with a knife? I don't think so. I think they would use scissors. Which is weird. But given, what we've seen about the ladies, I think they would use scissors. And then there's the grate again. There's blood on it. There would only be blood on it if he was already lying on the floor and then someone hit him with a poker. That's what I think. Oh, I know, midwife. I know you can't do that, but they will try probably. And also with this blood, murders usually, women are not usually violent in murder. They indeed, like Sarai says, use poison or other things. This is not a lady murder. She would have poisoned his drink or something. He was drinking a lot, so that would have been easy. So, with that, I don't like it. But I'm going with this. But the thing is, do I want to absolve him? I don't think in this case I do. But it might also have been self-defense. He might have just walked in and started fighting. One way or the other. Or bad cooking. Oh, Shelman! But I think what it means in this case with this game is, do you want him to have the death sentence or not? But I don't like, there's no need to inform the police. Of course they need to notify the police. Of course they do. But this is a different time and this is a game. And they were in love and he was defending his lady. I will absolve him. Yeah. But I'm not happy about it. It does look cool, doesn't it?
Wiggins, could you ask Mr. Crocker to come here again, please?
Right away.
Barely an hour has passed.
Why did you make me come here again, Mr. Holmes?
Well,
It is over. I know that it was you who killed Sir Eustace Brackenstall.
What?
I know because of the height at which the rope was cut. The knife used was a sea knife. The knots were sailor's knots, and not least the sheer force that was put behind the killing blow. And because you are the only one who knows Lady Mary Brackenstall in London. And because you love her.
yep.
It's true.
Oh,
It is time for you to tell us the whole truth.
I admit that I loved Mary madly from the first day that I met her. But I never did come to visit her, for I believed that she was in a happy household. When I talked to her maid, who told me everything, I was insane with rage.
oh.
I was due to set sail for 6 months away. I wanted only to see her again. But it turned into a damnable nightmare when he barged in.
Ah.
He dared raise his hand to her.
Ah.
He was not even worthy of licking her boots. Oh, I regret nothing. I admit I killed the monster out of love for her. She will forgive me if she is able.
Lady Brackenstall already forgave you. She said nothing.
Mary.
Oh.
But that makes her an accomplice as
Yes.
well as her maid. It places her in danger yet again.
Mr. Holmes,
You would not have managed to protect her.
till I die, do you hear me? Here is a letter that sets everything clear, and it is the one that should be disclosed to the police. I am the only culprit. Mary had nothing to do with it. Now it is time to end this.
He takes the fall? Oh God, no! No, don't do that! Are you insane? Don't kill yourself! Ah! Too late!
Please forgive me, Captain Crocker. I wished only to test your sincerity, and your words and deeds have far exceeded my expectations.
Wow.
See here, Captain Crocker, we'll do this in due form of law. You are the prisoner. Watson, you are a British jury. Captain Crocker, the evidence shows that you acted without premeditation and used reasonable force to protect an innocent victim from her husband's brutality. Your devotion pushed you to attempt to kill yourself in order to protect the one you love. Now, what say you, gentlemen of the jury?
Not guilty, my lord.
Vox populi, vox dei. You are acquitted, Captain Crocker. So long as the law does not find some other victim, you are safe from me.
Mr. Holmes.
It is a great responsibility that I take upon myself, but I will give Lestrade an excellent lead, and if he can't avail himself of it, I can do no more. Come back to your lady in a year, and may her future and yours justify us in the judgment which we have pronounced this night.
Oh. Hey, Wimble. Hey, Moonchill. Hey, Tuning Jen.
Inspector, I'm afraid that the murderers have escaped us.
What? Do you mean to tell me that you failed? Never thought I'd live to see the day.
I mentioned the murderers, not the case. It is obvious that the crime was committed by 3 criminals who cannot be the Randalls.
You really think so?
You only need to find a gang of 3 thugs wandering around. I can trust you to do that.
If they exist, I'll catch them.
You'll find someone, I have no doubt of it. Goodbye, Inspector.
Oh, I don't know. Hey, Noodle. I like it and I don't like it. It's... I just killed 3 people. I did not. I don't like random people ending up in jail. That is a thing. I don't like that at all. That is what I don't like. But I did have... He took responsibility, though. But... that is the thing I really like. He took responsibility in the end. And if this goes to court, he would be absolved as well. And, well... yeah, I think we're overthinking the ending, but I do like to do that. No, Munchio, he was gonna kill himself. The only reason he's standing here today is because we saved him. He was gonna kill himself. That just no. and that is what I didn't expect either. There we go. An anonymous gifter's gifting us up to Moonchill. Oh my goodness, this is anonymous. Thank you so much. And Moonchill, enjoy your tiny dino emotes. Lestrade is incompetent? He is. Yes. I have doubts about this, but I think I'm gonna absolve him in the Holmes way of thinking. I think this would fit. It is not a cold-blooded, premeditated murder. It is, again, a crime of passion. And I think the people, like Sarai said, the people will absolve him. And what happens after that, it's out of our hands. If it was going by law, he would have been hanged anyway. Probably yes. I'm okay with this. Remember, this is just a game. Sherlock Holmes is real? I never said that. 'Cause it's a game. Indeed. Commissioner Jiff, oh, I have a good heart. Oh. And now I want a cold-blooded murder. It is time. Oh. Well. Careful what you wish for.
Holmes, for heaven's sake, whatever's going on?
Oh, hello, Watson. You're early. Did you kill all of your patients?
What?
What? Holmes, where have all these wretched bees come from?
Wretched bees, hey
I
now.
increased the temperature of the room so as to prevent them from hibernating. I needed to take a sample of honey. But it worked, Watson. We will have honey all year round.
Ridiculous and dangerous.
They're domestic bees, Apis mellifera, such industrious workers.
Yes, they are.
Anyway, Watson, I am sorry, but I must leave you. I'm in rather a hurry.
You have a new case?
Yes, but nothing as thrilling as this experiment. A theft of plants at the Royal Botanic Gardens in Kew. I'm helping a minister who's an old friend of mine. You can join me if you like.
Well, I'll admit that I'd far rather accompany you than remain alone here with these workers of yours. Besides, you'll need a helping hand with the flowers you're intending to bring back.
Watson, however did you...